let's talk about Meeting C++ 2026, this year's conference, which will be in November again. This year, it's end of November. Let me talk about that in a minute. So right now, we are in the phase where talks are submitted. So what matters to you and your team in 2026, right? This year, what keeps you busy right now? What are the topics? AI is for sure one topic. 26, C++ 26, we'll see in a minute. But just generally, what should we cover? Leave in the comments if you have ideas. Also, think about presenting those ideas. If you want to see something being presented, then it's a great opportunity to submit a talk and see if you get to speak. And of course, C++ 26 is a big topic this year. We will have talks on reflection, maybe contracts. We had the last 2 years talks on contracts, but contracts is an interesting topic where people like to talk about. Executors also, with GCC 16, we have now a lot of C++ 26 released, available. One of the things that is not available is executors, at least for now. Maybe that comes later. But there's a whole lot other things in C++ 26 as features to talk about. It's really, there's a lot to think about, and it's not only a reflection, but I see a lot of content about reflection, and I expect some people to definitely submit their version of a reflection talk, and then we'll see. And yeah, so this year's conference is on the 26th to 28th in November. That is the beginning of Christmas time, so it's a unique opportunity to mix the conference C++ with Christmas and to visit the Christmas markets in Berlin. It's a 15th conference which Meeting C++ organizes, and it will be a really, really great 3-day event by the end of the year, something to look forward to. On June 4th ends the call for talks. As I said, if you have any idea you want to give a talk on, submit your talk, and we'll see how the voting decides on that, which is followed after June 4th. And so the URL, I will put all the URLs to the conference in the description anyway. So there, if you see a URL, it's in the description. So then in November, we will have a conference, and it will be 4 or 5 tracks. This depends a little bit on sponsorships, but I will talk about that later. And then in summer, the program will be ready, and speakers will know if they speak. There's 2 folks which already know that they're speaking, and that is Mateusz Pusch and Kate Gregory. Mateusz is a well-known personality. He has been writing his units library, and this unit library is currently undergoing the process of standardization. So maybe C++ 29 will feature a units library in the standard. And Mateusz is well known for that, but also has a lot of experience in actually doing work on libraries. And that is kind of a topic where he will speak about at the keynote, as far as I understand. It's about his experience with working with libraries in C++. And Kate Gregory has been already doing a keynote. She is giving a second keynote at this conference now. Great speaker, well-known speaker, definitely a highlight of the conference this year to have her there, and everyone has a chance to listen to her. And for her, I don't know yet what she's speaking about, but there has to be some surprises, right? So we will be for 3 days in Berlin with 3 keynotes, 4 to 5 tracks. 5 tracks we can do if we have the needed support, either by ticket sales, which would be the easiest way, or by sponsors. The big topic from last year was that ticket sales kind of became a problem towards the end. So be aware that we're again in a year where budgets are frozen at some point or emptied. And so better get your tickets now and have this locked in than to miss this event and not be able there. And also for Meeting C++ itself, it's a lot more important that we have enough people coming to the conference. And sponsors, of course, are also the other way. We'll be talking about that in a minute. Sponsors fund a lot for the conference today, and so thank you for the sponsorships. I've mentioned the call for talks. This Thursday in 2 weeks is the end, and then the voting will guide on kind of what talks to accept and in which tracks we originally placed them. For the on-site talks, there will be a second voting in fall when we have most of the attendees, and these basically then will give us another way to see how to redistribute in the different tracks we have. Basically, who should speak in the main track and who should not speak in the main track. Is just basically the on-site voting, which we do in fall. And I published a call for sponsors this week. So quickly, yeah, sponsorship is a great deal for Meeting C++. It's a huge opportunity for your employer to be present and visible to the C++ community. Meeting C++ has a lot of experience in this field. And so please reach out to Meeting C++ via this email, and then you will be able to plan your sponsorship with me to see how we can meet, what are your goals. Meeting C++ has this year with the sponsorships actually included that companies also can post to the blog and do live streams, etc. before the conference. So there's a lot of things included which are very unique, which are not actually able to be had at other conferences. So this is a big and huge opportunity for many companies which want to have visibility in C++. And let's talk about the on-site conference. We will have on-site tracks. We will have sponsorships on-site. Maybe we'll have even an evening program. This, again, depends if we have sponsors wanting to invest into that. And then we'll see what the on-site conference in the end will look like. It also kind of depends a little bit on ticket sales, because when we have a lot more ticket sales, then we have more funding, right? Then we can say we do an evening program, and otherwise we don't have an evening program because the funding is not there. But one thing we'll have this year is T-shirts. The 2025 T-shirts you see here, and we will have a T-shirt again, thanks to our sponsor already. This is locked in. Thank you for your sponsorship, HRT, Hudson River Trading. They are the sponsorship, and they will be present at the conference with a booth, so you can directly talk to them. And also, the T-shirt will be a standards T-shirt, right? It's a standards tier, so traditionally in a standards tier, if you make a T-shirt, it's a Meeting C++ standard T-shirt, so Meeting C++ 26 T-shirt we will have for sure. And I'm not yet sure about the design, but we'll do something great like last year. I do want to mention that we're hybrid. So if you cannot make it to Berlin, online tickets are available, and you can attend the online virtually, and that is also a great opportunity for many people worldwide to be part of Meeting C++ and to support my work. And that's basically the ticket. The whole thing, it's funded by tickets and sponsorships. And this will be this year's conference on the 26th and 28th. The tickets are meant to be paid by employers. It is training, right? Upskilling your workers, upskilling your C++ knowledge is something which your employer should take care of. And so that is how we can fund this and how we can, basically be in a 4-star hotel in Berlin and host this. This is actually also expensive to do, right? And that way we can fund also my work with Meeting C++. So this year's conference, Meeting C++ 2026, is on the 26th November on 2026. and it will feature C++ 26. So we will have a lot of 26 in the conference for sure. Submit your talks, think about attending, try to get your tickets early. That's really important. And then we see us in Berlin. And yeah, I already said that, this is basically my work is funded through those sales. And if you like my videos, if you like what I do, then that is a good way to support me. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see you in Berlin, maybe in the online stream, maybe an online event. And that definitely will take place then in November. And until then, I will definitely bring more and more content out. And that's one of the focus I do this year, is like actually producing my own C++ content. So expect some more news on that front. And with that, thank you for listening.